So welcome to our amazing global Zoom that spans the whole planet.
We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day when we keep choosing. Sorry, I had to start the day with a song.
Absolutely. And you are, just in case, if you're on the wrong plane flying somewhere where you're not supposed to, we are on a Zoom. How much do you love money? Or do you secretly hate it? With Rachel Silver and me, Helen Gidlovich, or Dr. Helen Gidlovich. I keep forgetting my title.
It's because you're so much more than just a doctor. The doctor's kind of like an extra bonus point in there. You know, all those years of sacrifice in school and having to deal with people and all of that good stuff.
Exactly. So we invited you to the Zoom to kind of like talk a little bit about money, about introducing us to people who never met us.
Or playing again with the lovely people we've played with before and whose bodies we may have touched and whom we've hugged when we were able to hug them.
Yeah.
Not 6 feet apart.
We still can hug, by the way. Let's do this. Let's hug each other in a big, big embrace.
Oh, I love that.
And let's drop our barriers for now. Let's actually start with connecting with our planet, with Earth. Because I know we're talking about money, but money is still the physical reality, and it is a connection to Earth. You cannot have money without the body, and the body cannot be here without the planet. It's as simple as it gets. So let's connect to the planet. Let's drop all our barriers to the planet, to the air, to the people, to the animals, to each other. And let's just open ourselves, open our crown to the energy of the universe and allow it to flow through us into the earth and pull earth energy through us. And let's allow that energy to expand with us, maybe a mile or kilometer. I know we have a lot of people in Europe and in India, which is on kilometers or metric system. So we'll be talking about more kilometers and miles. So whatever you are, wherever you are, just use the system that you like. But let's expand maybe a mile or kilometer, 10 miles, 10 kilometers, 1,000 miles. And I know I'm going fast, but you actually expanded way past 1,000-mile mark. You're much faster than you think. So keep expanding 1,000 miles, 10,000 miles, 100,000 miles. Make yourself bigger than the planet. Whew, yeah. And just sense the planet, sense people, sense everything around you, inside you, and expand even more. And keep expanding, keep expanding, keep expanding. More. Whew. Okay, now let's talk about money. Right, Rachel?
Sounds good to me. Now that I'm melted and there's nothing in my brain anymore.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Actually, that's something that is actually the space of you. That's the true space of you. That's who you really be. That's the gift that you bring to the planet. One of the many gifts that you bring to the planet is the ability to be this space, this infinite space, which goes against the way most people deal with money, which comes from contraction. So thank you so much, Helen, for taking us out of the head and the, sometimes it's our solar plexus or wherever we've tightened things up, and it's this way that we may have functioned from autopilot rather than the space of being. So this space of being is who you truly be. And any time that you go into anything less than this, you're not truly fully being you. Regardless of the topic that we're talking about, whether it's money, whether it's relationships, whether it's your body or anything else, your business, anything, any creativity, anything whatsoever, when you're functioning from spaciousness, you tap into what you truly know. You tap into the gift that you truly be.
Yeah, and with being you is occupying so much space. How much more money you can actually receive when you're that space versus you're contracted either in your solar plexus, in your head, or even in your body, or even when you're like this thing which uses a lot of, I know when I did a lot of spiritual modalities, I've used a lot of protection, barriers, protections, and
I had black tourmalines all over my living room in the corners.
I still have black tourmalines on the windows occasionally. I don't mind that. But it's about expansion. It's about being you. So let's talk about, do you actually love money or do you hate it?
Well, how many times were you told in conversations, oh, that's not polite to talk about that? You're not supposed to mention politics or religion or money. You just don't go there. It's one of those non-discussed, secret kinds of things. You keep that to yourself. You don't talk about things like that.
And secret always something that is not, apologize. And the secret is something that we hide. So if we hide, can we receive it? If we don't want to see it, can we be it? No.
No. And we hide it from ourselves, worst of all. It becomes this spurning, as we call it in access speak, this like total rejection, this utter exclusion of the energy of money, or the speaking about money, or the awareness about money, or even the comfort with money and with ourselves, because the two go hand in hand. How much are we willing to be so that we receive for the gift of being?
So let's destroy and uncreate everything that doesn't allow us to receive money and to give up the secrets around money. Let's melt that. And I'm going to use the clearing statement of access consciousness, which is right and wrong, good and bad, pack and pot, all nine shorts, poison, beyonds. How many people on a Zoom never heard about clearing statement?
I think everybody has, but if anybody watches this in the future or receives the recording in their email and they don't know it, go to www.theclearingstatement.com. You'll see Dr. Dane explaining it all, and it'll be another tool that you can use to play with and to destroy and uncreate everywhere the energy is sticking you. So
and
go ahead, Helen.
Yeah, it's basically a magic phrase, vibrational frequency that clears any lies, any limitation that we're stuck with. And what we'll be doing, we'll be using another tool that everybody kind of like loves and hates, light and heavy. Everything that's true will be light, and everything that's heavy is a lie. And I don't know what's heavy, I don't know what's light. I've heard it a number of times. You all do know. So I'm actually going to play with that. Close your eyes and think of either going to the nature, let's say being out in the open, being in the forest, or by the ocean, and just allow yourself to connect to the nature. And just sense your body. And now destroy all of that, kind of like erase it, and think about somebody lying to you. And you know that moment when somebody lied to you? Whew, yeah, ooh. And now allow yourself to destroy and uncreate all of that. Right and wrong, good and bad, pack and pat, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. That's a light and heavy. When you were in the nature, that was light. When you thought of somebody lying, that was heavy. And when we cleared it, a lot of you felt lightness. So that's what we'll be doing throughout our Zoom webinar about money. And it's kind of introductory, but I don't think Rachel and I know how to do introductory classes anymore.
No, not so much. But I also wanted to say that with the light and the heavy, with recognizing what's true for you, the expansion, like what Helen led us in at the beginning of the Zoom, when you expand something, when you make it infinite, whatever isn't true disappears.
Yeah.
So all of those thoughts, those feelings, those emotions, those things that you're picking up out of other people's worlds, they dissipate, they disappear.
Yeah.
And truly, how much of the way you've been creating your life, how much of the way you've been reacting to everything in life, and certainly in the financial aspect as well, has been other people's realities.
Yeah. So let's destroy and uncreate all of that.
Thank
Right
you.
and wrong, good and bad, pack and pat, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And we have a question. Somebody just raised their hand. Jess, would you like to unmute yourself? Where are you?
We're all going to raise our hand in honor of Jazz there. I see her. Let me unmute you. Oh, did I unmute?
No, you actually mute her. Okay.
Sorry.
We keep playing. Okay.
Okay, I'm not going to touch anything. My hands are behind my back.
Okay. Okay. Jess, I think you have to unmute you.
There you
Okay.
go.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
So about being heavy and light.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a scenario and I'm a little confused here. So we have a restaurant and we were, for a longer period of time, we were thinking to sell it.
Mm-hmm.
And we weren't getting an appropriate offer for that. So finally we got an offer and I said, oh, okay, let me see if I feel light about it or I feel heavy about it. So I felt very light about it. So I said, okay, let's do it. And my husband, he said, I don't think so we should sell at this time because whatever is going on right now, we can actually, it's a growing time. We can grow our restaurant and make it double. And I said, then I asked him the question. I said, well, why don't you just close your eyes and, you know, see if you feel light about it or heavy about it. And he felt heavy about it. So I'm like, okay, so heavy is a lie.
Mm-hmm.
And so is the selling is a lie then? What is, how I am? How,
So which question did you ask when you ask heavy or light?
And were there any preferences or points of view that you may have had prior to asking?
Or he has?
Or he has prior to asking him?
Yeah.
Like, did he have a point of view of what he preferred his response to be?
Did he
Yes.
already concluded that
Yes.
he didn't want to
Was
sell?
because he said, oh, I don't want to sell it right now because I already know that it's gonna grow and we can make a double out of, you know, that was the conclusion. How do I get out of this conclusion and what questions
What do
can
you know? So what do you know? How would you get out of that conclusion?
I started talking to my business
Mhm.
and I asked my business, would my business like to be a part of me or would it want to go to someone else? So far, I didn't get the answer.
So what if it, so truth, even if you sell it, would it still be part of you?
I was going to mention that. We've had businesses in the past that are no longer in physical existence, but they certainly are in energetic existence. And I used to really spurn money. Remember this, the whole topic of this is, you know, do you love money or do you secretly hate it? Well, that was part of my secretly hating by totally rejecting the business that had failed or the business that we had chosen to close or whatever the case was. I wasn't allowing receiving from that. So what if that business can continue to gift to you for the next 500 years?
Even if you sell it or don't sell it.
Okay. Okay.
So how many conclusions actually do you have about business, about what it is, what it's not, about money, how you make money through the business or not through the business? Are you willing to destroy all of those points of view?
Yes, definitely.
Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, pack and pat, all 9 shorts, boys and men. Did you notice how much heaviness did we bring up by those questions?
Yes. Yes, all like everything is like hitting me. Yeah.
Yeah. So how can you actually know what's light or heavy when you have so many points of view?
Yes.
That's a lot of times where people get stuck. They ask not the question, because there is a difference. Let's talk a little bit about questions and being the question and asking questions, because that's very important, especially when you start creating money or dealing with business.
Or dealing with any topic that has
Any
so
topic.
many points of view connected to it. And money is one of those quote unquote dirty topics that has lots of points of view
Don't talk
attached.
about money. No, don't talk about money. And we're not talking about money even here. So basically, a lot of times people ask questions. They think they ask questions, but it's a conclusion that they already made with a question mark attached. Because if the person already decided that they're selling the business, so the question they're asking, should I sell the business? Is that a question? No. It's actually a question of, because they already, what if there is some other possibility with the business? What if it is, the other question we can ask, actual question, what does business require right now?
Okay.
Or what do I do with business? We have amazing, and that's actually a conversation for foundation. More
True.
so than here, we're kind of starting with that. But in foundation, we learn how to ask questions. And in the BARS manual, we do have 4 questions.
Yes.
What is that? What
Yes.
do I do with it?
Yes.
Can I change it? And if yes, how can I change it? So when you go through those questions, that's actually questions. You can see and you can get an awareness. Do I sell the business? Do I add people to the business? Do I fire
Maybe
people?
lease the business.
Maybe lease the business, maybe add another partner, maybe get another investor. There is so many possibilities, but when you ask a question, do I sell the business? It's only one answer.
Right. Yes.
You've
Right.
literally functioned from a contraction and from a rejection of possibilities.
Okay.
So it's interesting because it's the opposite of what Helen was inviting us to do at the beginning, which was expand and include everything. Include the earth, include the businesses, include the plants that are around us, include the fur balls that are sitting on our laps, include anything and everything. You know, in the creation, it's very different from this is my yes or no, black or white, polarized, and very limited point of view. And most of where we stick ourselves is where we're functioning from trying to compute and to calculate and to figure it out.
And I'm so grateful for that question, because that actually shows us how we use the tools against us instead of for us. Because when we start functioning from fixed points of view, from the conclusions, from computations, and then use them to ask those questions, quote unquote, we actually blocking ourselves instead of opening up. So how much are you blocking yourself with the conclusions that you're choosing, will you destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pack and pat, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And whose lies, what lies, and how many lies are you using to function as though this reality and the only thing possible that you know, or that you decided you know, instead of choosing beyond it, are you choosing everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pack and pat, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
Even asking a question like, how much more ease can we have here? How much more, even beyond this reality, whatever this reality is, we've jumped so many tracks, we've hopped into all sorts of realities. But the thing is, how much more ease could we have with business, with clarity with the business, with communication with the business, with everything? Because the moment you begin to communicate, the moment you include all the linguistic capacities of awareness. See, when we say, sorry, this is a bit of a pet peeve of mine, because I'm willing to, I often refer to myself as a slut. I'm willing to receive from anything. I'll listen to Helen's stuff in Russian. I'll gladly listen, and I don't speak a word of Russian at all. I can listen to stuff in Polish. The only Polish word I know is świnia, which means pig. Not definitely something that assists me in a very verbal kind of way. But how much are we resisting and refusing the linguistic communication, which is that underlying energy, the gift that's being presented, that whisper that's being presented to us all the time from money, from business, from our bodies, from everything that's around us, this entire universe that's just so willing to contribute to us. And we go, no, I can't have you because you're not coming the way I've defined. No, I can't receive this because it's not arriving in that beautiful package that's supposed to look so clean and clear to me. And I've decided that it must look that way. Well, what if it doesn't?
Yeah. So let's just try and uncreate all of that. All our expectation, projection, and rejection of how money is supposed to come to our lives, how business is supposed to come to our lives,
how awareness shows up in our lives.
Yeah. And anything shows up in our lives. Let's just try and uncreate that.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you. Right, thanks, Jess. And we have another question. We have a raised hand. I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher your name.
It's Luisa.
Oh, it's Luisa?
Yes.
Oh,
I
Luisa.
see Luisa's picture.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Hi, girls. Hi, girls.
Hi,
how are you? That's me, yes. Hi,
yes, that's the business name, eligiendo ser, choosing to be, just so you know.
Ah, wonderful. So choosing to be, what would you like to ask?
Oh, thank you, Helen. Thank you, Rach. Well, I caught myself a few weeks ago saying to my husband that for me to receive money is stressed. But, you know, it was very funny because of the contest. And it came suddenly, you know, without thinking. I have to receive something for the pharmacy, and I said, but I don't have to receive the money because I'm very stressed when I receive money. It was incredible when I caught myself saying that. This is the first thing, and the second thing is that it has been a long time that I don't receive money through my business, you know, and
so that was not, was it through the business or was it from a different source?
that I don't receive money is through
No,
my
no.
business.
No. This time when you were receiving money, was it through the business or from a different source?
Well, I receive now. Well, I have received some money through the business, but you know, but it's very, very. I mean, it's like I have to work very hard, and I receive not the amounts I would like to receive.
Okay, so say that a few times. I have to work hard.
I have to work hard. I have to work hard. I have to work hard.
And all the shaky implants, all the secret agendas, and everything that holds it in place, and everything underneath that, will you destroy and uncreate that?
Oh yes.
So
for
what
comic
you know?
relief, I'm going to add that song. She works hard for the money until she chooses a different song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe you should listen to that song for, I don't know, at least an hour a
500
day.
times.
No,
You're
more
going
than
to get
that.
sick of that in no time and then go, why in the fuck did I have that point of view that I have to work hard for the money? Because if our point of view creates our reality and you have a point of view, well, first of all, notice something. Something came up for me when you were talking about, I don't receive through my business. Okay, cool. You don't receive through your business, but how's your receiving everywhere else? Are you willing to acknowledge what you're receiving from all the other avenues and how much your energy, your ask, energizes and contributes to everything pulling in for you to be able to receive, regardless of the channel that it's coming through?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Yes.
And the other thing is that now I know I'm hating money because
and it ain't secret, it's just right out there, just the
yes.
of it. All right.
Yes, you know, I realized that when I read the you know the name of your call.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, oh my God, now I'm really hating money, and it has it has something to do with my father. You know that, well, it's a long story, but to make it short, I had to give my father money because of the illness of my mom, and she passed away 5 months ago. But now he's still asking me for money, and it's not that he doesn't have. I mean, he made a lot of money, but he always lives in lack. I mean, you know, the energy.
Yeah.
He always say, oh, we don't have money, we don't have money, we don't have money. Even
So
though
all the shaky implants, all the secret agendas was that, and everything that holds it in place. Will you return it back and destroy and uncreate everything you bought, everything you've created with that?
Yes.
Thank
Right
you.
and wrong.
So what if you...
Everywhere, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, everywhere you're only meeting him in scarcity, rather than in a space of abundance that you know is possible, will you destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, back and bad, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And what if you didn't hate money? Who would you be?
I'm laughing.
Cool. What if so truth, is that you hate money a lie?
Is it even yours?
Yeah, it's not yours, but is it a lie?
It's a lie.
Yeah.
It's a lie.
So what is true for you?
I love money. I'm in love with money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what if it's, how much have you decided that loving money is actually a wrongness?
A quote unquote sin.
Yeah.
Unmentionable, unspeakable, terrible, horrible, a vice.
And it makes you an awful person, a terrible person.
you know, last week, my father asked me again for money, and I have a brother too, and he never asked my brother. And then I told my father, I'm so sorry. He knows I still have money, but I say, I'm so sorry. I will not give it to you, and ask my brother. Oh, but your poor brother, you know, he doesn't have any money. I said, okay, I'm sorry, but you have 2 kids. And last year, maybe I won't be able to say that. I said that to him, but this feeling, you know, to say no, and I feel used. I feel like, you know, that, and I told him, and I said to him, please, I don't want to talk about money with you anymore.
Cool. So how much are you limiting your money and receiving of money? So you can actually truthfully say that you cannot give it to him, that you don't have money.
And everywhere you aren't willing to lie about what you have. And you have to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God, because bad enough that you're going to have money, but to lie about it, oy, oy, oy. Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, and bad back and part online shows goodness. And again, we're going into foundation, which is actually coming up. Yeah.
End of the month.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's July 31st, starting. We're both facilitating it. Yeah, because a lot of questions that coming up right now, it's way beyond the introductory Zoom.
The topic of the class, but it's actually really interesting.
Yeah,
because
which
look
is
at
fine.
where you refuse to be. You're refusing to be, you're refusing to be present, you're refusing that closeness with your father, that closeness with you, that closeness with money, by putting up these barriers and barricades of this topic is off limits, or I don't know how to deal with lying to you about this. What gift would vulnerability with you and with money be if you're willing to melt all the, I call them uncomfortable, officially in the foundation it's spoken about as a comfortable distance, but we create this distance, this separation, this barrier, this obstacle in the way, so that, you know, I can stay in my safe zone. I can stay in my comfort zone around these people. I can stay in my limitation. You know, some people also do this with taxes, where if they don't wish to pay for taxes, or, you know, perhaps they're bargain hunters with everything. They'd rather look for that than the greatness of what's going to create more now. What am I willing to step into and be that's going to create more for me and for we? Everything that doesn't allow that times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong,
and
right.
wrong, and bad back and part online shorts for beyond. So cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm glad we started that conversation about comfortable distance with money, because or with ourselves, because when we are not being ourselves, we're creating that comfortable distance with ourselves, so we don't even know, we don't even have any idea about who we are and what we like, especially
we're so
with our
busy
body.
duplicating other people. And you've seen that in bodies as well, Helen, you know, how we tend to duplicate diseases or duplicate all sorts of things. Well, how much of the stress, how much of the, you know, adrenaline pump, how much of the contraction do we have in our worlds that's not ours, but we're picking it up from trying to live and to be and to function the way we see other people do.
Or sometimes we try to understand other people. How come they suffering so much?
Yeah.
And guess what? To understand it, to sympathize, empathize, we take it on.
We stand under it.
Yeah. Ooh. So everywhere where you are mimicking other people, lack of money, scarcity instead of abundance and ease, joy, and glory with money. Let's destroy and uncreate that.
Yep. Right and wrong,
Whew.
good and bad, PUD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
Wow, so
Wowza,
much
that
energy.
was a lot of a charge.
Yeah.
It's like people are refusing to be in favor of mimicking or taking on someone else's point of view. It's like this misidentification and misapplication. Who am I? And
Mhm.
being all those points of view.
And it's interesting. I had a conversation yesterday because it's not only mimicking, but drawn to. I was talking to somebody yesterday about being associated more with kind of like people who strive for more, make more, create more,
Mhm.
versus people who are just satisfied with bare minimum. And that girl was actually kind of like, oh my God, it's so much more fun to be with people who have more money, more sex, more everything, versus people who are like struggling. And you
People
would say,
who settle.
who settled, exactly. But both are choices. People who are struggling, settling, they choose that. It's not like they didn't. Both crowds kind of like they choose more, so they start creating more. People who settle, they settle, or they decided that that's their life. They're mimicking other for whatever reason. And it's not a wrongness on either side, but which one would you choose?
And
Would you
this
choose?
actually takes us back to what Luisa was saying earlier, that the money isn't coming through her business. But the more of the ask that she bees, the more it finds ways to like filter and begin to stream into her life in different ways. It may come through the dad knowingly or unknowingly. It may come through the brother. It can come through, you know, various businesses. It can come through her husband. It can come through the neighbors. It might just show up in the mail in who knows, but it begins to show up because her ask is getting bigger, and that's the not settling. And when we limit to, oh, it has to come through here, well, where are we shutting it off from showing up in our lives?
Mm-hmm. So what if we can create more? What if we can actually open up to different possibilities? And another thing I encounter with a lot of people, how many points of view do you have about rich people? Including Trump.
Yes, yes.
How much people hate Trump, and by hating him, they limit their own finances.
And I'm
What if
sorry, but since we're doing songs, or at least my brain's in song
Yeah.
mode, if I were a rich man, yabba dabba dabba, I had to give you that one. Fiddler on the Roof.
Right. So how many points of view do you have about rich people, wealthy people? And you
Everywhere
can,
it's them versus us.
yeah, and a lot of times it's, oh, they're evil, they're bad, they're don't care, they blah, 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 blah. So let's bring all of those judgments. Because if you have those judgments about rich people, would you choose to be one of them? If you have all those judgments, probably not.
It's
So
like
that's,
hating money. You wouldn't exactly be inviting it into your life, you know?
no,
So it's the same kind of thing. If you have judgments about wealthy people, you wouldn't be including those energies in your life when you go on your energetic shopping trip through the world. That would be an utter rejection and a spurning.
and
So,
how many of you just contracted right now with even that conversation of wealth and money and riches and being
stepping
wealthy?
into being that, yeah.
Yeah. Whew. Would you destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pack, patal, nine shorts, wisdom. And would you expand? Would you drop your barrier again and expand, 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 expand all the way? So we can clear some of those points of view so we can allow money to come in. And we can invite money. Money come, 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 money come.
Money come, money come, money come, 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 money come, money come, money come, 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 money come, money come, money come, 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 money come, money come, 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 money come, money come, money come, 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 come. You will never walk in nature the same way again. Imagine walking your dog, walking your cat, walking anything, walking your body, and just asking for everything to come and contribute and stream and play with you. The more you
we have a
play,
few questions, by the way.
we do. I was going to say we should get there. So you get to choose who we go to first.
Okay, let's go from top.
But I will say the more play, the more joy, the more this excited, it's not so much excited as this thrilled, enthusiastic energy for living, the more money would like to play with you as well, the more everything in creation, the molecules, consciousness, everything wants to be and hang out with you. So that's an invitation for you as well. And now, Helen, take it away. Question time.
I probably
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Eftihal. I probably butchered your name.
Hi, how are you? Yes, it's right. It's Iftihal.
Ibtihal. Cool.
Yes, I'm so grateful for you both, really. You're welcome. About my question is, I'm a single mom, okay? And I'm in Arabic culture where money always, the man is responsible always about money. So in my mind always, I said I will not have enough money because I am not a man, because I'm a woman, I'm a single mom. And also, I'm always afraid that will not be enough money with me to handle my house, my son, myself. And the second issue is that I want to have a free business with my brother, but he lives in another country, which I love very much. And now I'm not in that country. And I see it as a dream. I don't know what to do, what to ask to manifest that. And thank you very much.
So whose points of view are those when you're talking about not being able to afford things or not having enough? Whose points of view are those? Because you're not a man.
Yes, I don't think that they are mine. I think that they are from the community that I live in.
Would you be willing to return it totally back and destroy and uncreate everything that you bought from them and create it with that?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Right, have you taken any access classes yet?
Yes, I took Access Bar, Facelift, MTVSS. I love Access Bar. I'm in love with Access Bar.
Yeah. We're in love with access too. I was going to add something. You mentioned because I am a woman, I'm just a woman, I'm not a man. Truth, are you a man, are you a woman, or are you an infinite being who's probably been and done and showed up in different sorts of bodies to suit your purpose in various vueltas, turns, in various
lives,
various lives here.
Incarnations.
Yeah, there you go. That's the proper word. My brain was going to Spanish. So Truth, have you only been here this one time? Are you an infinite being who's been here multiple times in different bodies, in different ways, in different genders to have different experiences?
I don't know, but I feel like I'm infinite being.
Yeah.
That's right. And you limit yourself to, I'm just a woman or I'm just a man. For what reason?
No, I'm infinite being. I'm not just a woman or not just a man.
Yes. So everything that is and everywhere you were limiting yourself to only or only rather than I can have and be it all. And I'm going to rock this planet because they think I can only provide such and such. Mwahaha. I wonder how I can outcreate all of those expectations.
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, back and paddle, 9 shorts, boys and beyond. In truth, now look at the energy.
Okay.
Can you actually make more money than any man that you know?
I can.
Yes. I don't get that beyond. And as far as your brother, how many conclusions and computations you have how it's supposed to look like?
Many, many. One of them that I think that I have supposed to have a job, like a real job from someone else will give me a money like a teacher. I am a teacher. And if I left that job, I feel afraid that I will not have any money anymore.
Are you willing to let go of that?
Yes.
Probably not that much.
Well, I have a question actually that would work on that. What if you don't actually have to let it go, but as a humanoid, as an infinite being, as a magical person on this planet, what can you add to that that would be fun for you? What can you add to that that will open up all sorts of possibilities, that won't stick you in one little tiny painted corner as, oh, I'm only a single mom, I'm only a woman, I'm only a teacher? What if you'd begin to play with, yes, that, and how does it get even better? Yes, and what else is possible? How much more would you receive?
I will receive too much joy.
I don't get back paddle 9 shorts, boys and beyond. And just keep asking, what else is possible? Thank you. And we'll probably take maybe 1 or 2 more because we're kind of like coming.
3 here and 1 in Spanish. So we'll cut it off at those, but maybe we'll just do them a little bit shorter. Thank you very much for.
And guys, we have foundation coming up and we have another energy pool on Friday.
On Friday, if you guys didn't realize this, I don't know if we posted because we didn't want to post them all together. On Friday, same time, different place. It'll be a different Zoom. We're going to have an energy pool, playing with money and receiving. So hopefully that will be a contribution to you as well. And you're welcome to invite all your friends, family, and all the people you hate the most that you would absolutely abhor for them to have ease with money. Just poking the bear a little bit. Yeah, you're welcome to invite anyone to that too. And yes, we have foundation at the end of the month, which comes after Bar's class. And it is about shaking up everything that looked so fixed and real and rigid and such a given in your life. Yes, Ingrid.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm running out of battery, and there's a question in Spanish, and so there's no power here, so can I do that first? Yes, please. Okay, 1 moment.
Thank you, Ingrid. There was a power outage where Ingrid is, and so everything is on whatever's left of battery life on phones. You are amazing, Ingrid.
Yeah, Ingrid, you're muted, so can you unmute?
She's looking at the question there.
Yeah, it's a little challenging.
Yes.
Okay, let's unmute.
Everyone will have a recording, so fear not.
Ingrid, are you asking a question?
Hang on, she's listening to it.
Okay, maybe we'll ask another question and, oh, maybe not.
No, but she needs the battery life. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. If anybody wants to type their question in the chat, we can do that too.
Yeah, I don't think we're taking any more questions though after Ingrid, because we are at 52 minutes and it's getting a little long right now.
Okay.
So
you know what? You guys who've raised your hands, maybe put your question in the chat. Or hop on Friday's
Zoom, yeah.
Cool. Or even in the Facebook group that we have. We forgot to announce, we have a Being You Without Hiding Facebook group where we don't go live necessarily every day, but periodically, and you're welcome to ask us and interact with us there also.
Yeah. And
They're
yes, we
shorter.
will have the recording of the Zoom after, like probably within the next couple of days, if you registered. Except a couple of people who did not receive information because there were error in their emails. So I couldn't add. Yeah, take it to the energy pool.
Yeah.
Yes, Karen.
Yeah, because that will be a really good one for that.
Yep. That would be perfect. That's what we'll be doing, kind of like, how do you sell things? How do you create more?
And if you're in the WhatsApp group that you receive the WhatsApp link, the hightail link for the audio and the video of this Zoom will be posted into the WhatsApp group as well. So you'll get
Rachel,
it.
can you post, or Ekta, can you post the WhatsApp link
here so that they can join in?
I can do that.
That'd be awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.
Ingrid, do you have the question for us?
Ingrid?
I hope she's not totally frozen.
Yeah, I think we'll
So
probably
maybe we'll go for one.
Rachel, creo que Ingrid se quedó sin batería porque estaba hablando con ella y no logró hacer la pregunta.
¿Era tu pregunta, Karina?
Era mi pregunta, sí.
Ok, ¿es algo que puede preguntarme ahora?
Sí, claro.
Ok, vamos a ver.
So can you translate, Rachel?
Yeah,
Pero
I'll
en español,
translate.
¿no?
Está bien, voy a traducirlo para Helen también. Está bien.
Ok, gracias. Ok, siento que estoy en un caos en este momento y me asusta mucho. ¿Por qué?
Felicidades. She's in a lot of
Sí, ya
chaos
sé.
at the moment, and she's scared. I wonder, scared or excited? ¿Asustada o con emoción? La energía muy similar.
Puede ser emoción. A ver, inicié haciendo todas las herramientas de Access, leyendo el libro de Tú no eres, el problema no es el dinero, sino eres tú, haciendo mi diezmo.
She's reading
y
Money
mis
Isn't the
finanzas
Problem, You Are.
Han crecido hasta el mes pasado.
Ajá.
Pero en este mes...
Hold it. Let's Rachel translate.
Yeah, Adriana, segundito. So she's reading, some of the Access books, and everything has been expanded in her life, energetically and financially, until this last month. ¿Sí, Adriana?
Pero me botaron del trabajo.
But they just fired her. Well, felicidades. ¿Qué posibilidades? I said, congratulations. What possibilities are available now?
Estoy iniciando para dar sesiones de barra, pero me asusta mucho porque no veo cómo voy a llegar a fin de mes con los ingresos.
Okay, so she's nervous because now she's starting with doing sessions for things, but she's nervous about, can she make the payments at the end of the month after she was fired from her job? Voy a agregar algo ahí. I'm just going to add something, and then whatever you'd like to add, Helen, I'll translate for you. So una de las cosas que el universo maneja en manera muy interesante. The universe acts in a really, really interesting way. Lo que parece directo no es. What looks like a direct way of asking and getting that doesn't exactly work that way. Everything goes in, out, and all around. El universo tiene un sentido de humor. It has a sense of humor, the universe. And it plays with us. So, el universo juega con nosotros. So, si pedimos cambio o pedimos más apertura, va a darnos en manera diferente de que pensábamos antes. So, if we have a request of the universe and we're asking for more, it's going to give it to us in a different way than we necessarily, quote unquote, expected. So, cuando alguien pierde su trabajo, dices, me votaron, ¿verdad? ¿Te votaron o elegiste energéticamente a salir aún antes?
Yo elegí.
¿Qué?
Energéticamente.
Okay, so I asked, Truth, did they fire her or did she energetically choose to leave earlier?
Yeah.
And is this the opening of the universe to other possibilities? And how much of what she's thinking she's nervous about is actually this excitement for a new possibility. So cuánto de este que parece temor o parece, you know, en tu mundo realmente es esta emoción de la creación que sabes que el universo está respaldándote. So what would you like to add, Helen?
And how much are you actually like that fear is starting to create less money than you could have created if you didn't have that fear?
I love that. Thank you. So, ¿cuánto de lo que nombraste miedo, lo que deciste es miedo, está creando menos en tu mundo? Porque en lugar de decir, wow, estoy emocionada, voy a crear, wow, qué rico esta posibilidad, estás disminuyendo los ingresos por decir, no sé, tengo temor aquí.
So everything that is
Todo lo que esto es, lo destruyes y descreas, por favor.
Right, wrong, good, bad, back, bad, online, short, goodness. What if fear is not real?
¿Qué tal si el miedo no es real?
What if fear is just the programming that you have, and are you willing to destroy and uncreate all that fear and doubt and everything that holds it together?
¿Y qué tal si el miedo y la duda, todo esto es una programación que está manteniendo algo en su mundo? ¿Está dispuesto a destruir y descrear esta programación en total? Cool. Acertado, equivocado, bueno, malo, cortos, chicos y más allá.
Ooh, thank you. Okay, maybe one more.
Muchas gracias.
Yeah. Okay, that's energy pool. I have place in that's energy pool. Okay, so Marinella, would you like to ask a question?
Hello.
Hi.
So
Hi.
my question is, so I know that I hate money, and I know it's not really mine. And what do I do now? How do I change
What
this?
what if it's just a choice?
Okay.
What if it's actually, I don't know if Ingrid is translating. Ingrid, could you just unmute and tell me if you're translating? I think she probably is. Adriana, ¿está traduciendo Ingrid o no? No.
No. Okay, I think probably Ingrid, the battery died. But
yeah, no, I just see her there, so that's why I was wondering. But maybe you're there. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So,
I managed to.
She managed something. See,
I'm in
I
the car.
love that, Ingrid. In the car, smart woman. I have to say, that's phenomenal. That's one of our capacities that we have as humanoids.
Can you hear me?
yeah.
I'm in the car. So
Yay.
No, we can't hear you. So
Yeah,
I guess we'll leave it. Yeah, we'll leave it to the energy pools.
No, we can. I can't remember. Oh, she was saying. I'm sorry. I got a little like humanoid brain everywhere. But I do want to acknowledge that what Ingrid just did and gone to the car to charge the phone is brilliant, and it shows you what we have as a creative capacity. We don't have to only do things one way, and if it doesn't work, we're stuck. What else is possible? And going there and finding a different way is that going around the problem. We don't have to be like stuck and say, oh, this obstacle is so big. It's not bigger than you. You're an infinite being. It's just an obstacle for the moment. What else is possible? You could look at it. Those questions that Helen asked before. What is this? What do I do with this? Can I change it? And if so, how can I change it? And look what she did. And this is what we can do with everything. What is this? What can we do with it? Can we change it? And if so, how can we change it? So Marianela said, I hate money. Okay, so what is this? It's not even mine. All right. So you can use a lot of contraction and a lot of force and a lot of effort to sustain someone else's limitation. Or you can say, that's a lie. I'm not gonna live like that. It worked great till now. And what else is possible? And be that open space that Helen invited us to. And be those questions. And be the energy of, wow, worked till now, and now I'm choosing something different.
And with choosing, Marianela, where did you go?
I'm here. Thank you.
Yeah. Marianela, how much have you decided that like choice is actually a decision? What if choice is much easier?
Wow.
Let's play with that. Choice is actually good for 10 seconds. So let's go with that. You hate money, so keep hating it.
Okay.
It sucks, doesn't it? Hate it even more.
Hate it more. Like really hate it. And now love it. Love money. Just choose to love money, but only for 10 seconds.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, and now hate it again. Keep hating it, like really, really like, hate it, don't want it. And now love it. This is about choice and choosing every 10 seconds. So now hate it again. Did you notice you cannot hate it as much?
No, it's getting harder to hate it. Yeah.
So what if you do it for, let's say, 5 minutes and see what that will create? Because that's what choice is. You just choose. And you can always choose to hate money.
Right.
And you can choose to love money. What if it's not something that you have to set on?
Yeah, I get that.
Okay. And now you'll need to unmute yourself because I just muted everybody.
Wow, this is so, yeah, I think I've made my choices very relevant, my decisions, right?
And how much did you make it so important, so significant?
Yeah, very much.
And how much are you beating yourself up for the previous choices? And this will also touch on Cheryl's question with the shoulda, coulda, woulda, bought, whatever. So how much are you beating yourself up and continuing diminishment of you from the judgment of your point of view, whatever that choice was, rather than recognizing that every moment is a new choice? Just like Helen said, every 10 fucking seconds, you can make another choice. And if you can make another choice, now what? What'll it create now? And now, and now. And by the way, this is one of my favorite, I love to play with words and the energy of words. And the word decision comes from the Latin decaedere, which means to cut off. So when you decide something, you cut off all other possibilities. When you choose something, it's just one of the many choices on the menu. So how much fun can you have being a choice slut? Choosing and choosing and choosing.
Because you can clear anything, and yet until you choose, it's not going to change.
Yeah. Right. Wow, I'm so grateful for this. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And we are so grateful for each and everyone who joined us now and who will be watching it later on or listening to it. And we're just inviting you to other possibilities in the future with us or with anybody else with access or anything else that will create more in your life.
Because the thing is, we're not stuck and separate and alone, okay? We're amazing, infinite beings. We have total choice anytime. And the more we choose to play, the more we choose to create, the more we choose to show up. And hence, that was one of the reasons that Helen and I opened up the free Facebook group, Being You Without Hiding. The more you're willing to be you without hiding, the more everyone gets to play with, gets to expand, gets to grow. Everything gets exponentialized. And so we're extremely grateful that you guys are here, that we're here playing together, that Ingrid was able to translate even in the car, that Ekta helped us put all of this
without
together.
the internet, without anything.
Yeah. I mean, this is amazing. And thank you all for your vulnerability and for your presence and for being willing to show up and be you without hiding.
Thank you. Mwah. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.